Hello, and welcome to another episode of New Gameplay. Today, I'm your host, Jeff Cork, joined today by Dan Tack.
Hello.
Leo Vader.
Hi.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
It's
Going great. What are we looking at here, Dan Tack?
This is Slay the Spire.
Slay the Spire.
I know, right? This has been out in early access for quite some time. I think a year and a half, maybe more.
Holy buckets.
It's on PC right now, coming to Switch this year.
Okay.
This is a roguelike dungeon crawling deck builder. Not to be confused with TCG or CCG.
Okay.
So if you've played deck building games like Dominion or other things where you're building a deck, taking cards out of the deck, putting cards in the deck, those form my basis of attacks, defenses, and everything else that I want to do to the enemy.
Okay.
In a turn-based RPG setting.
Okay.
Yes.
I like this game, Cork. To be perfectly
Really?
candid, I
What
think this
do
game's
you like
really good.
about it?
It's very basic arithmetic.
Okay.
All of your moves, you know exactly what they're going to do, and you can build stacks of damage that you can calculate really quickly, and it's very satisfying.
What I like about this game is that it's super easy to pick up. Like, I can see, okay, 1 point of mana does 6 damage.
Okay.
I get that. And this game is very easily understandable, but at the same time, there's all kinds of really cool and interesting builds you can create over the course of a run. So as we get to pick a card here, what do I want? You get this after every combat.
Yeah.
I don't really like any of these cards, to be honest with you.
You can skip them.
I can.
Don't want fat in that deck.
Skip 'em.
Exactly. You don't want... That's a very important part. Or sometimes you do want the fat in the deck. That's the cool part.
no.
On the other hand,
There's all kinds of foibles to play with.
yeah, I like this genre quite a bit.
Generally, I know people can freak out when they hear the term roguelike. But you are getting unlocks during the course of this to make it so that your characters can get different things in every run. So you play a run and you die, you're going to get some material. You're going to get some new card unlocks that could show up in subsequent runs.
So does it cross the threshold into being more of a roguelite?
I wouldn't go
Yeah,
that
it
far.
kind of doesn't, because you're not making permanent upgrades. You're getting permanent options.
Yeah, it's just more
Oh.
variety in subsequent runs, pretty much.
Very interesting.
I
This
like
is an
card.
interesting video.
Thank you.
This is a question mark. This could be anything. So this might not be a fight. This could be a random encounter with an NPC that's like, hey, spin a wheel or bet on a fight.
Yeah?
You never know. It's a shopkeeper. So here's a shop. We can buy stuff. This is a really good card if you're playing the game. You want to get as many of these as you can.
And you're playing the game.
The Hand of Greed is also amazing, but I can't afford it.
Okay.
This thing is really good. I kill a creature with it. I get money. They just recently added this card in the last few months. It is really powerful stacking device. But Metallicize is very, very powerful. Gives me block every single turn. So lets me focus on a more offensive build, which I enjoy. Another question mark.
Yeah. How long does a run typically take? Like, let's say a successful one.
Oh, successful one could take a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
An hour, maybe, for going the whole distance.
Yeah.
So this one gives me a choice. I can heal 26 HP. I'm at 64 to 80. Max HP plus 5, I like that.
Yes.
This one gives me a relic, which is an artifact that has permanent, not permanent for the course of the run.
Right.
Affects something, but I have to take a curse. Curses are bad, and it puts it in my deck. However, relics are really powerful, so I'm going to roll the dice on this.
Do it.
I got a bad relic. It's this little potted plant. It gives me an energy every 3 turns. It's not terrible, but it could have been better for taking a curse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I had 75 gold and it was smart, I could remove that curse from my deck at the shop here, but I don't.
Well, you woulda, coulda, shoulda all day long.
That's what you're going to say when you're playing this
That's
game, let me
right.
tell you. And there's nothing. I don't
Those
want
are
the
the three
cards on
main
sale.
verbs.
We're going to move on. We got a fire here.
Okay.
These fires, you can heal or upgrade your cards at.
Yeah.
So I can either upgrade a single card or I can rest back to full HP.
What are you gonna
Upgrade.
do? Upgrade?
You want me to upgrade?
Yeah.
You want to take chances? All right. Well,
Interesting.
What do we want to upgrade?
Go big.
I mean, the safe play is the bash. This starts in your deck every time you play the Ironclad. It's very, very good.
Yep.
This is also very good, though. Having 4 extra block a turn is really, really significant. And in a small deck, this Rampage can get very powerful very quickly.
Or if you have multiple of them.
Correct. So this is all... I got 3 choices here. Cork, I'm going to let you pick.
You're gonna let me pick?
Between these 3. They're all good picks.
I think Bash.
Bash it is.
Yeah.
So this is good because it'll apply 3 vulnerable, so the enemy takes more damage when they get hit.
Okay.
It's a debuff.
Right.
And like I was saying, with it being easy to calculate, all those buffs and debuffs are super readable in the
Okay.
fight.
They
so
show you, so it's not like, oh, I can't calculate how much 25% damage is. When you hover it over, it'll be like, this is how much damage it is.
Oh, very
Right.
nice.
Oh, take a golden idol. Indiana Jones. Let's take
high
it.
risk, high reward run. Let's do
Indeed.
this.
We are doing that.
Uh-oh.
So you never want to lose
Oh,
max
geez,
HP.
you don't want to do that. No.
We don't want another curse, honestly.
No.
We're just going to take the damage.
Yeah.
And that sucks, but
Fairly significant.
yeah, we're now at pretty low health, but Oh.
Oh, it's a friend.
It is. And look at this. He has an option. Heal HP. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
However, we really want to get rid of that curse.
It's a Jar Jar Binks type fellow.
So he has got rid of that curse for us. Super handy.
You mean he's a likable character?
A
Cork?
relic.
Exactly. A relic.
The Art of War. If I don't play any attacks, I get energy.
Yeah.
That's not good in this deck, since we're going to be playing a lot of attacks. Another shop! I have no money. Literally no money.
Jeez. So you're playing a thrifty run.
It's interesting how normally it can be difficult to trigger so many shops.
We're doing a low money, low success run.
Yeah.
Low quality build.
Yeah.
A question mark. What will it be? Ooh. A forge.
Now they're like-
upgrade a card.
Yeah.
Obtain a special relic, but I got to take a curse.
Yeah.
Want to keep rolling those dice?
Oh, of course we do.
Yeah.
That's right.
What do we get? At the start of your turn, upgrade a random card in your hand for the rest of combat. All right. You know what? That was worth it.
Yeah.
We just got to find a way to get rid of this curse now.
Right. Oh, right. There are battles in this game.
Yeah, here we go. And here's a battle. We're gonna now these little snail things are pretty interesting because you hit them, their shield goes up. So you got to whack them one turn,
Yeah.
and then you have to wait for the next turn to kill them. In most situations, unless you've got like a huge burst.
Yeah.
So we're gonna.
How do you think this is going to fare on the Switch?
I think
as far
it's
as
a
UI goes?
great game for the Switch.
Yeah?
You can just tap and drag, right?
Yeah.
Like, seems like a shoe-in for mobile. I think
It's a one-finger game.
these developers were actually mobile devs before this game, I believe.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Alright, so get some armor.
You're down to 30 health, though. Does that...
Yeah.
You scared?
I'm not scared. I'm a little concerned.
Okay.
It's a better word for it.
We'll have a chance. We're definitely going to rest at the next bonfire.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
I do like pummels. Now see this exhaust. So when I play this card, it's gone from the deck until the end of the next fight.
Okay.
So you want to be careful about too many exhaust cards. I just passed up fighting an elite because I'm in no shape.
Yep.
Taking on elites can get you a big relic advantage if you're strong enough to beat them.
Yeah.
But I will say that the elites in this game are quite tough and have the distinct possibility of ending your run right there for taking them on.
Definitely.
Could that guy steal a cursed card?
This guy steals gold from you,
Oh.
Wouldn't that be
kind of
nice,
thief.
though?
but if you kill him, you get it back.
Okay.
So I know every moveset in this game since I've played it for a million years. So he'll attack twice, then he'll defend, and then he'll run away.
So you've got to kill him quick.
Right.
Like that.
So you see the underlying code. is
Well,
what you're
it actually gets
trying to tell us.
the reason I mention that is because knowledge of an enemy's attack cycles.
Yeah.
There are relics in this game that make you blind to seeing what the enemy's about to do.
Right.
So if you have it memorized,
Oh, okay.
you can actually take advantage of those artifacts. It's another layer. There's just layers upon layers of very interesting stuff at this game.
Yeah.
While at the same time, being very accessible, I think, for a roguelike dungeon crawler. Like
And satisfying early on.
extremely satisfying. Okay, so we're taking on the boss. This could have been one
dear.
of 3 bosses. We got the slime.
Uh-huh. It's a dapper slime.
We want to get this guy down to 70 health in 3 turns.
Why is that?
Because otherwise he hits us with a megaton of an attack.
Okay.
But we don't want to get him down to 70 until the 3rd turn.
Huh. Okay.
Because when he splits, he turns into 2 big slimes that have the same health that he's at
Ugh.
when he transfers. Well, this is all. You don't need to know any of this stuff.
Yeah.
But
I think all you need to know is like slimes continue to be one of the worst enemy archetypes in video games.
Sure. But this one has a little hat on.
he does.
All right. I stand corrected.
Something to consider.
So now he's going into the big attack, so we got to do 20 points this turn in order to not get hit by this giant 35 attack hit.
Yes. I have faith in you.
Ready to bust out those potions?
Yeah.
I don't think I need to. I think I got him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Applying the vulnerability. Wow, this is textbook right here.
Yeah.
Applying
Ladies and
vulnerability
gentlemen.
before giant attacks was,
Yeah.
frankly, one of my best plays. This is.
It's like one of those master classes you see advertised.
It's
on
actually hilarious.
Facebook.
This is one of the
Right.
cleanest fights I've ever had on this guy.
And it was a slime, which is counterintuitive.
Slime of all things.
Yeah.
A boss slime.
Do you know if they've changed the graphics at all throughout early access?
I don't recall that at all.
I feel like it looks nicer now than it does in the early trailers on
since
Steam.
we're playing, this is the first time we're playing the finished version.
The 1.0.
Yeah, 1.0. This is a very good card. If I can get strength stacking going. Strength adds damage to your ability, straight up. So you can get mega powerful. This is definitely the pick here. And now I'm going to be looking for strength stacking items and relics. So I get a relic from the boss, I get to pick. This one's good. You get more energy, but can't play more than 6 cards a turn. This one is for very specific deck types. This is for when you stack your deck with tons of high casting cost cards. It gives you the confuse effect, which means all your cards have random casting costs.
Oh,
so your 4 cards could cost 0,
Ah.
which is super handy. You got to have a very, very specific idea in mind to grab this eye, though. It's a dangerous item in normal circumstances. This one, pretty boring. Every 5 cards in your deck, you get 3 HP when you go to a bonfire.
Okay.
So for a long deck.
Seems like the choker is the
We're going to take the choker, and then we're going to look for higher casting cost stuff.
Okay.
Especially since we're a strength-based deck. This is all like really advanced stuff that you do not need to know to enjoy this game at all. So
But I think it is a great first deck builder, if you're not familiar with that at all.
I got to tell you, I am absolutely enamored with this game. I couldn't put it down in early access, and I have no doubt that that is going to continue here in full release.
Are they going to continue supporting it past 1.0?
You know, that is a wonderful question.
Thank you.
I don't have the answer. I assume so, but we'll find out. All right, this guy, a nasty bit of business. So he's defending, so I can't use my spot weakness because that only works when he's attacking.
Gotcha.
So I'm just gonna. I got a big shield I gotta bust through on this guy.
Right.
I'm gonna play my 2 good cards. And then I'm gonna,
That's a good idea.
And then I'm gonna dish out my Fiend Fire to destroy my other cards and do some damage.
Get rid of that block.
Now see, the Fiend Fire is interesting because it destroys all the other cards in your hand, so you can get rid of the cards you don't want to see again. Like get rid of your basic strikes and defense.
Yeah.
So Limit Break doubles my strength. I don't have any strength, which sucks.
Yeah.
So that's not going to do anything for me.
So can you just mouse over the enemy real quick and just see everything he's got going there?
So it's very handy. You can... All the information is available to you at all times. This is important to know since I'm sort of playing this as somebody who's played it a billion times, and I'm just kind of going through the motions here. So that's not great for new gameplay today, I admit.
I think it's great.
Thanks,
You
Cork.
seem like a wizard in real life.
I arrive precisely when I need to.
Oh, my.
There it is.
There it is. What clean fight. Just a nice clean fight. A free
It's also fun having super block heavy decks and just
they're so
never
fun.
taking actual damage.
And you can do that. There's a card called Barricade, which makes it so your block doesn't go away after your turn. And that card is super fun in a block stack deck. We're going to get rid of this curse.
So it seems like listening to you guys talk about it, that there's a big compulsion to just try weird stuff and see how it works.
Yeah.
There's
element of
all
it?
kinds of builds and routes you can take. It is... I have nothing but good things to say about this game. And it's impressed me ever since the first days when we only had the one hero to play.
Yeah. Are there, like, people that are sharing builds and everything? Like an Icy Veins style community?
Sure, but
or-
at the same time, like, you never know what's going to show up in a run, so you have to be flexible at the beginning at least.
Yeah.
Once you get that direction, you can take it all kinds of places. And it should be noted, we're playing the Ironclad, which is the warrior. There are 2 other classes in the game that each have their own unique card sets and their own unique relics.
One of them can have a lot of poison stacks going on.
Yeah,
I like that.
poison stacking in this game is super satisfying.
Yes, it is, definitely. A lot of that basic arithmetic getting up to really high numbers really quick.
I don't even do math when I'm playing that character. It's just put poison on and double it and triple it and watch him writhe.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we know the Switch release date?
We don't. It's been announced for 2019.
Cool.
We don't have a date.
I will happily also pick this up on Switch.
You know, I don't have a Switch, but this seems like a game that's perfect for the Switch to me.
Yeah.
I'll think of you when I play it. If that makes you feel better.
That makes you feel really good, Leo.
Great.
Oh, this guy can be a tough customer, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. But my deck's it's coming together pretty nicely. So.
If you had to rank it on your all-time favorite decks, where would this one be?
It's not an all-time favorite.
Top
Like,
20?
you can get some really degenerate combos with relics and the cards you're
my.
looking for. Like,
Just horrifying stuff.
so he's gonna hit me for 7 times 3. We don't want that, so we're gonna throw one of my potions at him. We're gonna weaken him up.
That is 21. That's exactly right.
And now it's only 15.
Gotcha.
That's still a lot of damage.
That's still a lot of damage.
This guy hits hard and fast. His debuff is not very concerning.
Yeah.
Which is what you can see, like, watching what they're doing above their heads tells you exactly what their next move is. So you can plan out your moves for that turn. He's not even going to hit me this turn, so this defending will do nothing.
You don't even want it just to be safe?
Well, he can't do... We know exactly what he's going to do. He's telling us. He tells you what he's doing. There's no surprises in those terms. We have enough cards in hand to Fiend Fire him down.
Ouch.
Fiend Fire is super useful, especially for, like... It's great to get a Fiend Fire in your hand and be like... Okay, I got a bunch of strikes and defense, the basic cards. You're like, okay, I want these all out of the cycle.
Yep.
So burn them all up, turn them into damage.
Is there any kind of story to speak of in this game?
No.
Perfect. You're a guy who wants to get the stuff?
Yes, you're going through the dungeon.
I love it.
You're going to slay the Spire. You're climbing the Spire.
You're making your own story.
When you beat the game,
The story is killing bosses.
yeah, you get to see your face.
Now here's an interesting thing. I have not actually beaten the game because there was a fourth. Everybody can make it to the third act, but there's a fourth act
Yeah.
that you have to get to by beating the game with the 3 characters and then doing that. So that's my plan as now that I'm playing the finished copy. I was saving it.
Okay.
Right.
I've certainly beaten the regular 3-act structure where you get to the end and it's like you're dead.
Well, undoubtedly.
You just die after you beat the final boss, which is not that great, right?
Right.
But if you do that with all 3 characters, apparently there's a 4th act, which I have not been to yet.
Interesting.
And it's supposed to be super hard. You've got to have like the craziest of crazy decks to handle it.
Sounds crazy.
Ooh, wing boots. I may ignore paths when choosing the next room. Oh. Daddy likes. So I can actually not have to take this fight and slip right over this bonfire.
Yeah?
Ah, sneaky.
Rest up.
That's cool.
Yeah, those are cool. Those boots are hot.
That's a one-shot deal, though, right?
Yeah, I only get it for one more move after this.
Okay.
2 more moves, something like that. Okay, ooh, a lot of damage coming in. We want to kill the healer. This is a classic comp right here.
Classic.
We have a warrior and a healer. What do we do?
It's fun how they try to trick you by calling it a mystic.
Yeah, a mystic. She buffs and she heals.
She's
Who
wearing
knew?
white and red.
An obvious throwback to the white mage from Final Fantasy.
We all got it.
Limit break also.
Limit break
Throwback to
yeah,
Final Fantasy.
Thank you. Look at Leo.
Thank you.
Hi.
I play Smash Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
All right, so we're in a really good situation here. And you notice, yeah, the limit break is so good. I have to upgrade that spell because when you upgrade it, it doesn't get exhausted. And you can just keep doubling your strength. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's just simple math.
You know what?
That's right.
For a guy who doesn't like math at all, I like this game.
Yeah?
And I think other people will too. Yeah.
You don't like math?
I'm not a fan of math.
Really?
I like addition a lot.
Yeah?
Subtraction's okay. Division and multiplication, no thanks.
What about the Division 2?
Ooh.
Oh, you caught me.
Cork,
I like
tell
it.
me how hot I should be on that game.
I think it's going to be fun. I'm hoping.
A lot of people are excited to dump on that game,
Yeah?
but I think it's going to be fun.
Well,
The
Division
Division 1
is
is a great
too.
game at this point
Yeah.
in its life.
Do we want to buy any potions? We do not.
No. Garbage. What? She punched you?
Blah, blah, blah.
And we can cut across to this. We can get extra bonfires thanks to those wing boots, which is important because I want to smith up my limit break. So now it will not exhaust when used.
Oh, cool.
That's great.
Stays in the deck, and you
Yep.
just keep blowing up your strength. And we have a final choice. I don't want to take on the elite. The elites in Act 2 are pretty suspect.
Now, is your strength buff, does that carry over from encounter to encounter?
No, I'll have to.
Okay.
So I only have 2 cards in my deck that actually increase my strength. We're looking for more. That's one of them. The
Yeah.
spot weakness that I just exhausted.
Prowling for strength cards. I get it.
And now that doubling that again is on the table,
Yes.
that could be huge.
It is absolutely. Once you get that first strength going with the limit break in the deck, it can get monstrous pretty quickly.
Yeah. Now, Leo,
However, this guy's hitting real hard.
you
Ooh.
pointed out that the game maybe looks a little nicer now.
Yeah.
Do you think it looks good? Is my follow-up question.
I'm not crazy about the way it looks. I think,
Yeah.
I really think it looks better than it used to because I distinctly remember not being interested in this game because of the way
Yeah.
it looked
Yeah.
at first.
I actually have an interesting. I was convinced to play this for the first time by a friend, and I looked at it. I was like, "This looks like a Flash game that would be on Newgrounds." I
Right.
This
was
one in
not touching
particular, that him gazing at the fire is, I hope they don't
this. And
use that as a screenshot in their
Yeah.
promotional materials.
and I tried it. And
Yeah.
I was just like, "Okay, you know what? I take it all back."
Because that's what matters ultimately, is
Yeah.
is it fun?
And I hope people do give it a chance
Right.
past the way it looks.
And
'Cause I
can
wouldn't blame them
see-
for being
yeah,
turned off by it.
Exactly. So this is the boss of Act 2. Again, could be one of 3.
Is there anything that triggers it that like is happening under the hood?
It's
might be
random.
able
It's
to
random
game?
which one you get.
Okay.
And certain ones are much better against different builds.
Okay.
Like in Act 3, for instance, there's a Chronomancer guy. And he
time
really
magician.
punishes you for playing more cards.
Uh-huh.
So if you're a deck that likes to draw and play tons of free spells, it's going to hurt you really bad.
Okay.
I've noticed between this and RimWorld that Steam reviews do not care how a game looks as long as it's fun. Because
Right.
RimWorld looks Even more like a Flash game.
You know what I always say, Leo? Gameplay first.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow. Last time I checked, it's about the games.
Yeah.
It's in the game.
Steam is like an enlightened place.
Exactly. The smartest people in the world play games on Steam. Me included.
He said handsomely.
Damn, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It is, but I really am upset that I couldn't get that limit break chain started.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's going to start, you know what he does? Like, this guy's going to get really angry soon,
Yeah.
and he's going to start doing really bad things to me. And I'm at 34 health.
Yeah.
This is the danger zone. And I can't spot weakness to limit break again. Very bad, because he's not attacking.
So what do you do?
I don't have many options right now.
Okay. What's your confidence level right now?
I think I'm going to die, actually.
You think you're going to die?
I think I needed to land those for early limit breaks, yeah.
Okay. But you're taking that knowledge.
He is going to come out.
Next time and saying...
That's exactly right.
He is
Next
gonna come
time
out
I want the random number
hard.
generator to be better.
You level up in your brain.
Uh-oh.
That's the best place to level up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Choose wisely. Yon Gamer.
Hmm.
Okay.
So what do you think, Leo,
I'm thinking
about his
very
strats
hard right
now?
now.
What would you do?
Yeah, definitely double that strike. I would be praying right now.
Yeah?
I'd be doing a lot of
the only thing I
making
can
peace
do.
with my gods.
You're going to he's going to come cleaving over.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Bosses
And now you're
lay out
vulnerable.
huge damage.
Bosses do
This
not
game.
mess around in this game. And again, no, that spot weakness is hurting me. I'm regretting it.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Gulp!
So thorns hurt him a bit when he attacks you?
Yeah, he'll take 3 damage when he attacks me now. He just went buff.
So he needs to attack.
He's going into phase 2, as we say.
No,
And as you can see, that is a lethal damage coming. Oh, God.
Just do 116 damage.
All right, I'm gonna try.
Watch.
First, we limit break.
Yep. Classic.
Hey guys, I don't think I have enough.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
You know, if we would have still had the vulnerability stack on him, we would have had him dead.
Yeah.
But and we had like 6 stacks of vulnerability on him, but he purged it when he buffed up.
Oh.
That was pretty close.
That was a really
He was
cool
a little
attack animation that he had. Really brought it home.
Not a bad run. Now, normally I would be unlocking stuff for my score, but I already have everything unlocked for the warrior. In fact, I've got unlocked advanced play modes.
Yeah.
So even if you beat it on the warrior, for instance, I can go to Ascension level 7 because
Oh,
I
my
beat the
lord.
game on a lot of different settings. That makes the game
Yeah.
much, much harder. It's sort of like New Game Plus.
So how much time have you spent on this? And follow-up question, are you doing okay?
150 hours.
Okay.
And I'm doing great.
Okay, glad to hear it.
And now I have to go through Act 4 for the review.
What are the other characters you can choose here?
So this is, we just saw the warrior. Lots of different ways to play him, but we just saw him. Here's the rogue. Very cool. Has lots of different combo potential, lots of card draw, poisons, weird roguing defenses like going invisible, acrobatics, and stuff like that.
You
And
can get decks set up where you're playing just dozens of cards in a single turn.
Oh, that's cool.
It's amazing. And then, of course, this is the most challenging class to play. The defect. This is sort of the mage, but they have a style of mage in this game that's different than what you'd expect from a fantasy archetype. It is an orb-based class.
Right.
It is difficult to even explain. It has so many different things it can do with those orbs, but you have to think a lot more with this class than the others, like a lot more.
But if you're a fan of orbs, this character's a no-brainer for sure.
There
when
it
you
is,
pick up
Leo.
the title.
Make
Say
mine
Spire.
defect, I say.
Mhm.
Cool.
I love a
Anything
good
else
orb.
you want to show off, Mr. Dantac?
Yeah, is there the compendium? Anything we want to show?
Sure. Yeah, we can take a look at oh yeah, sure. In addition to the standard modes, you can actually make your own run with all the mods you want.
Okay.
So you can mod the game yourself to have lunatic effects on yourself or the enemies. It's pretty fun. And then there's a new daily challenge.
Okay.
Where different modifiers are in effect. See here, you have to play as the defect in this one thing, and it's got all these different mods. Whenever you defeat a boss, you become cursed.
Yeah.
And it's a curse. Yeah, this is you can build your deck around curses.
And it's the same encounters for everybody?
Yeah.
And same card draws?
Exactly. You're playing off the same seed. You can actually get a seed for this game. That
Okay.
shows in every run. You'll be like, I just played this seed. Take a crack at it, buddy.
Ah, I
So
like it.
sort of like a Minecraft seed for a world, right? Exactly the same
Isaac.
thing. And then, of course, we can, as Leo said, we can check the compendium.
This is aspirational for all the viewers. Like,
Yeah.
you spend 150 hours in the game and do well.
It's a lot of people, like I said, you hear card game, you hear roguelike. I know a lot of people just eyes sort of glaze over at that point. But this one should be treated as a traditional dungeon crawling RPG at its core.
Yeah.
And it's very fun with the mechanics that they use to make that happen.
Yeah. And I gotta say, I love the fact that there aren't every 2 encounters a big long-winded cutscene. This just
You won't have that here.
That's right.
There's only one at the end.
Oh, really?
Where you beat up a heart and then you die.
It says you win/lose.
Spoilers
Cool.
Spoilers!
Sorry.
for the story of Slay the Spire.
Yeah, big story.
All right. Well, Tack, thanks for showing off your expertise. We certainly appreciate it, and maybe this will encourage people to check this out. You said it's out in final form today?
Final form today on PC.
Beautiful.
And coming to Switch this year.
$24.99.
Highly
Version
recommend it.
1.0.
Yeah, it looks very cool. Excellent. Well, thanks so much, and thanks for watching, everybody.